Hi everyone, it is time for the last image on this page. This is a page of images drawn by Agotapop for Colouring Heaven magazine, the Halloween special, and we're working through all of her pictures from this, the first 3 pages in the magazine, so using Polychromos pencils. So we have these candles here. I'm trying to work out exactly what's going on. It looks to me like we have little sticks with cobwebs, feather, key, candles, candle stand. So I think I'm just going to start with the sticks and colour them in some walnut brown. I'm not going to do anything too fancy because they're really quite narrow. I quite like them to be quite dark. Although, of course, they might be catching the candlelight and be a little bit lighter, but never mind. I've done them dark now. I haven't decided what colour to colour the candles yet, but I thought about the rest, just as I was having a quick look, so that's fine. I'll come up with an idea eventually. Right, that is the stick. Oh, and this one. Really quite simple and straightforward. I've done this one. Now I can do the spiders next. Now for those of you who aren't fans of spiders, then I think this one is not going to be your friend. This one's cute. I'm going to use the Paynes grey. I'm just going to try and make it a little darker around the edge than in the middle. I'm going to do the same with this little chap, except actually I'm going to try and make him darker at the bottom, a bit lighter on the top. And the candlelight might be catching on his back. There we go. I will just do those quickly because I know some of you won't like them. And the candle flames next. I'm going to start with the light cadmium red. I've just got to give it a sharpen. There you go, light cadmium red. At the top, this is quite an orangey red, which works quite well I think for the top colour on your candle, because then you can go straight to the dark cadmium orange and lighten it a little bit. And then the cadmium orange, which I need to sharpen. There we go. And then a sort of orangey yellow for the bottom, the dark cadmium yellow. It's quite funny, we're in the supermarket, my husband was trying to explain to someone how I have aphantasia. But it's a really hard thing to explain, I always find. I'm going to do the candelabra first and then try and make a decision about the colour. I'm going to do it in a silvery grey. Yes, to try and explain to someone that you can't visualise faces and it makes it hard for you to remember people, cog grey 4. I think it's quite difficult. So I'm going to do the sort of lower bit of this swirl and then go all the way around the edge. My aim is to try and leave a lighter bit in the middle. I'm going to do the same with all of these. It makes it, because she was talking, that's right, she was talking about being a twin. She's not a twin, but we were sort of talking about it to someone in the queue. And she was saying, she said, "You're a twin." I was like, "Yeah." people are always quite fascinated, I think. And I used to hate it, but I don't now at all. Being a twin and a mum of twins, you know, you get used to it. But when you're a teenager, it's horrible. I'm just going to leave a bit of a shine in the middle of these. I can't even really work out what's going on here. But I was saying how I used to, when me and my sister lived and worked in the same town, people would stop or go hello like this to me, you know, walking along, and I would have no idea who they were, and I wouldn't know whether it was someone who I had forgotten what they looked like, or someone who knew my sister and not me. Now, I didn't know I had aphantasia. I just assumed that everybody struggled to visualise things, and I hadn't really, until quite recently, understood the impact it has on me remembering people's names and even remembering who they are. And if you've only seen someone a few times, I'm just going to fade that up a bit. It can be quite difficult placing them when you next see them if you're in a different context. I'm going to start putting a bit of shadow in here, there, and then fade this sorcery bit darker here, I think, and a bit more faded in the base, like that. There. Can make these areas dark, and this one I'm going to fade towards the centre, and the same back here. Yeah, so I just assumed everybody struggled with names, faces and things like that. It just didn't click. Why would you think that people were different to you? I just didn't. And then I want a dark line under this brim. And then when I found out about it, I was like, oh yeah, I've got that, yeah. But it's so, I feel I'm going to do the centre of each one of these silver. I feel it's so insignificant that it doesn't really need acknowledging, in the sense that it doesn't affect me very much. I'm lucky. Now these bits that I've left, I'm going to do as gemstones, and I'm going to use this magenta. It really stands out. I think it's good Halloweeny colour in my opinion. But it is quite fascinating being a twin. There are things you get asked all the time, or I used to, possibly different now. I'm going to do these circles lightly and then try and make them darker on the inside and outside rim. I don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve that. You get asked, are you identical? Even though if you can't tell by looking, then surely that means you're not. I don't know. Now this candle is going to be manganese violet. I'm going to colour the whole of the candle in this colour first, and then show you how to put some shadow and things in. Yeah, you get asked if you're identical a lot, and then we used to get asked if we could read each other's minds. I don't know why people would think that. It's an interesting idea. So it's going to be darker in here, where that candle is melting, that bit. And this main bit of candle here I'm going to do darker. Fade to the middle a bit. Like that. So the edges, our edges are dark, and we've got some shadow under these drippy drizzles, like that. But there will be more colour than there is here. So I'm going to put a bit more on. Yeah, so I was identical. As I said, I hated people not being able to tell us apart. I just felt like they should make the effort. But I've become more forgiving as I've got older, because I can't always tell people apart. We had in our class at school, going to darken that a bit more. There were 4 sets of twins. 4 sets of twins. Poor teachers, really. This is a middle purple pink. In my boys' school, in their primary school, I'm trying to think. Again, I'm just doing a light layer here first. I'm not sure there were any other twins in their primary school. Oh, there were later, boy and girl. So, yeah, different thing altogether. And then in their secondary school, there was another set in their year. But again, a boy and girl, not the same boy and girl, different boy and girl. Again, dark here to start with. Then on our actual candle here. And here. So yes, there were. Oh, and the year above, there was a set. In primary school now, I'm going back, there was a set in the year above. Yes. Now we're going to do this one, but a bit lighter. Yeah, there's a set in the year above. And when we used to go to Twins Club, I'm trying to remember if there are any others. There were, but I can't remember them. Now this is our melted bit of wax. I want it to be a little bit lighter. I'm not sure why, but I darken it a bit, but I want it to be lighter than the main candle. There we go. Now we have a feather and a key. I think we should do our feather in a very different colour, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna do. Where is it? I've got to find the right colour. Here we go. Start with the dark phthalo green for our feather. We'll do green feather. I know it might look like I think it's a leaf. I know it's not a leaf, but I just fancy doing it green. So I'm going to use this dark phthalo green on the edges, as you can see. There we go, and just define that centre a bit. And then we're going to find the phthalo green, which is quite similar, I think. And extend that a bit. Now I'm doing this sort of squiggly movement to start it looking more like a feather. It's like a zigzag. And then we're going to use the light phthalo green, which is actually a very much lighter colour. And basically I want to do a few bits so that we've still got a gap in the middle most of the way, but not all of it. It's so quiet next door. I think my son's gone upstairs. My husband is going to be wanted to draw some dragons, but I wouldn't be at all surprised if he's fallen asleep. Now the little tiny bit there I'm just going to do in the grey. I've got the grey out that I want to use. Oh, it's the cold grey 4, the one I used for the candle, but I'm going to just block it in. Now I think the key could do with being gold because we've got a lot of silver. Let's just do it differently. You can do it silver if you wish, but I'm going to start with the burnt umber. Just do, I'm struggling to see, a bit at each end. I've got double vision. There we go. Oh, I don't know why. I think it's this because it's not, the light is a bit odd in here. This is brown ochre. I think it's because I've just got the lamp on. No main light and the blind shut. I think it's the glare of the lamp. There we go. And itchy eye. Now a green gold. there, I'm going to take the colour up like that. And lastly, I think I'll use this one, the Naples yellow. I'm going to go over everything with this and then just leave a tiny white bit, which will hopefully give the impression of a bit of shine. Now we've got all sorts of magic, cobwebs, all sorts of things going on, so I'm going to grab my glitter pens. The shine from the candles, I think, you know, the tops of the candles are red, but I think I want to do it in yellow. This is number 703. These are the Sakura Stardust pens. Now I'm thinking about these crosses, because I feel like they're coming out of the candles as well, but maybe they should be a slightly different colour. I can't tell if it's coming out of that one or that one. I guess it doesn't matter. There we go. I think I'll do the little pluses that are around the candles in the orange. This is the 706. I'll do one here. The ones down here. I thought I might do the ones below in a different colour, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to do them all in the orange. Like that. Then we've got our cobwebs, which I'm going to do in the silver, which is 744. And I have to be really careful not to put my fingers in what I've done already. But if I do, it's not the end of the world. Whoops, I missed there. I wasn't very accurate, but never mind. And that one as well. Next, I'm going to do some white. This is my white, and I want to put a bit of shine, oops, on the edges of the candles and on these sort of drips. Like that. I don't think. These are supposed to be little gemstones, so I'm just going to put a little blob of white on to try and look like they're reflecting some of that candle light, like that. Now our key, I want it to look really shiny, so I'm going to use the number 700, which is our shiny one that has no gel in, and I'm going to go over the whole thing and make it shine. You could alternatively go around the edge of it in the gold, but because it's such a small key, I think it's going to be better just covered in a glitter. You may not be able to see it. Yeah, I think that's done. Let me just clear back my desk a tiny bit, so when I zoom out so you can see the whole page, you can't see all the detritus that is surrounding me, because obviously I'm really tidy. There we go. There is a pile of pencils, but let's bring it into the shot a bit better. There we go. There's the whole page for you. So there is our second page done. We will be doing the third page as well, because I'm having fun. So that's why, no other reason. So yeah, and I wanted to do some Halloween things for you, and I just felt like these were just up my street, really cute and fun and not scary, which is what I wanted. So that is me for today. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a very, very good day. Hope you get some colouring done, have some fun. And yeah, I'll be back later with another video. I don't know what date it is. Oh, it's the 25th. Oh, Johanna's book. Ooh, exciting. Anyway, but for now, thank you for watching and happy colouring.